following is a Galactic Digital Studios production. The following may contain scenes that could potentially make the listener or viewer hungry. The Closing Tag Network, Galactic Digital Studios, and their respective managements are not responsible for any binge eating or purchasing that could result from listening to this podcast. You have been warned. If you are in the market for small business, local, delicious food that's not from a chain restaurant, look no further. Come with me as I explore all these different restaurants and I determine whether you should bite or fight. Today's restaurant is Curry in a Hurry, located at 2020 South State Street in South Salt Lake, Utah. So, it wasn't until I was introduced to it by my now ex 7 years ago that I actually realized that I am in love with curry. Curry, to me, is one of those guilty pleasure meals that I could probably fix myself and make last for about 3 or 4 days. And the problem that I have with a lot of curries in different restaurants, whether it be a Chinese restaurant or Asian restaurant or whatever, is the consistency. I have fallen in love with a really good thick curry that is consistent, that is not liquidy, that's not going to run all over your bowl or your plate or whatever, and that is actually going to have a little bit of flavor and heat to it. Now, I personally like a lot of heat with my curry, but that's just me. I know not a lot of people are like that. So I went out looking for the absolute best curry in the state of Utah that A, is consistent, but B, also isn't very spicy, at least not initially. At least not for me. So, today's featured restaurant on Bite or Flight is Curry in a Hurry, located at 2020 South State Street in Salt Lake City, Utah. Curry in a Hurry is exactly as the name suggests. It is basically like if someone took a street vendor curry truck and put it into a brick and mortar building. Now, you're probably wondering what all the options are. There aren't a lot of options, but every option that I've noticed has been stellar, has been fantastic. Here are your options according to the menu that I found online. You have your combos. So you have a lamb korma curry combo, which is basically boneless lamb in a tomato-based curry. You have your standard chicken curry combo, which is chicken in a coconut curry. Veggie combo, which is 4 of their house vegetables. Tandoori chicken combo, which is oven-based chicken marinated in tandoori spices, which I should probably try that next time. That sounds amazing. Half and half combo, which is half veggie, half really anything. It could be the lamb or the chicken or beef. Mega combo, which is every curry item served with rice and flatbread. And then there's the colossal combo, which is every curry item served with rice, flatbread, and 1 tandoori chicken piece and 1 samosa. Then you have your veggie curries, which my understanding is that every veggie curry is vegan friendly. You have the world famous chicken curry, you have the lamb curry, you have all these different curries, and then you have your actual plates. There's tandoori chicken, there's regular chicken, there's beef, there's lamb, there's veggie, there's all sorts of different options. Now, what are the veggie options? It depends. The menu doesn't really show it, but my understanding when I was there the other day was that there was curry potatoes, there was corn, there was some weird green bean looking material, but I opted with the curry potatoes because I was in a mood for a burn. Now, I was unable to eat the curry while I was there the other day because things were going on at work and I needed to come back home as soon as possible, and there was no real good place for me to sit down and enjoy the meal. And one thing I really like about this curry is its consistency. That's the one thing I think that most curry places don't get right. All right. It's got really good consistency, really good flavor. The heat level for me is perfect. Like, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's not too tame. I'm going to try the curry potatoes now. Again, flavor's really good. Ooh, there's a kick. There's a kick. But as a place that you can go grab your food, bring it home, and eat it, it's fantastic. I definitely give this a bite. Now, aside from it being very, very small, if you were to drive down State Street in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is one of the biggest north-south streets in the entire town, and you drove past it, I don't blame you. It is very difficult to spot with the naked eye. You almost have to have a GPS to be able to find it. But for one of those really small hidden gems that you're going to come away from not only fulfilled, but also satisfied, this place is really good. It is phenomenal. And like I mentioned, I only tried the curry chicken. I'm not a big fan of the flatbread, but I was able to use that to kind of soak up some of the remaining curry sauce that was left over on my plate. The curry potatoes were fantastic. And again, for me, not all that spicy, but for the sake of this experiment, it was good enough for me. With all of that said, I definitely recommend this place, but I also will probably be going back and giving this a second review once I've tried the lamb curry, because that sounds amazing. That's all the time on Bite or Flight that I have today. Give this a listen on Spotify, give it a review. Let the people that have been showcased in this podcast know where you got your food from. If you are listening to this on Facebook, like, share, and comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. That way you are notified every time one of these new videos drops. I thank you for listening, for watching, for downloading, for donating, for doing everything you can to help support this endeavor. Your efforts are not going unnoticed, so thank you. until the next time that I decide to go out to eat, go to your local eatery and tell them Owl sent you. This has been a Galactic Digital Studios production.